Welcome back to Our Community. Susie Thomas visiting with Shannon Exemer and Betty Smith. They are from the Christian Music Fest. Coming up, this first one, get this on the calendar and be there, June 22nd. Everything's starting at 4 o'clock and winding up whenever you're done, but a number of incredible worship teams and bands that are going to be playing all the way through, probably till about 9 or 10 o'clock at night. And you don't want to miss any of them. As you went through, each one of them is a not-to-be-missed group. Then, a month later, we do it all again on Thursday, July 13th. Tell us what's going to be going on that night.
At 4 p.m., we have Frontline Worship Center. A little story about that. So I had seen them at First Friday several times. They put a table up, and they minister, and I just have been drawn to them. And just so the other night at First Friday, we were heading down the street, and we weren't going to go a certain direction, but we decided to end up going a direction we hadn't intended. And along the street by the gallery, the art gallery that the Beldens have, was this a trio singing praise and worship in front of this little, I think it's a coffee shop beside that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it was Frontline. And so she and I started speaking, and I said, I do have one opening at 4 on July 13th, and we connected and started talking, and they're going to be
awesome.
in. So it's really incredible.
That is awesome.
That they're going to be participating. At 5 p.m., we have New Point Church. Their band or their group is called We the Church, and very excited to have them. And Adam Pierce is their leader, and I can't wait to work with him. We went and visited and listened to them, and he's very energetic, and I think people will really, really enjoy him.
So good.
The next group is the Perry Christian Church. Jay Seacrest is the leader there, and I know some of the members on their team as well. I think they'll do an amazing job, and I think Betty just heard them last week in an event. So,
right.
Yeah.
It was. They were outstanding. Jay is just awesome. He has quite a testimony also to give, and they're very well received. So people will enjoy them immensely.
Will there be an opportunity for people who are there to hear some of these testimonies? Because some of these people have amazing stories.
I would think so, Shannon. What
I
do you
would think that the
yeah,
bands
that
are
would
going
be
to share some of those. I've encouraged that. And then also, Betty and I will have a prayer tent there, so people can be blessed or praised.
Yes.
And while that group is performing, they'll have people at the tent representing their organization. And I think...
And that's a very good thing to have, because I know when I did the Gospel on the Square, we had the prayer tent, and people just came from all... They just saw the prayer tent. Some of them wasn't really there to hear the music per se, but they saw the prayer tent and the name, and they said, I need prayer, and went over and got prayer. It was amazing.
Because we never know what someone is going through.
That's exactly right.
And they see that and think,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
what should have been my first resort has become my last resort, but here I go.
That's right.
And at least that's a resort.
Right.
Tell us, keep going.
Okay, then at 7 p.m. we have P.J. Chavez from Walsh University and his group called Revitalize. I'm hearing amazing things about them, and I can't wait to hear them. And then the last band that night is a contemporary Christian rock group called Master Plan. And Walt Miltnick, Judy Yee, and they represent High Church of the Resurrection. So a lot of their members will kind of represent a bunch of folks from that group and church and other churches. So
It's easy to see how a local church would be able to promote their cool, awesome praise team. But how in the world did Walsh do this? Because their students are from all over the place. How did they pull this off, that they're gathering everybody?
I have no idea.
She has a magic wand. She just has a magic wand. That's all.
Just made it so.
Yeah. I really wanted to include all types of churches, though. This is not all about one faith.
No, it's not.
Or one,
That's right.
we have non-denominational, we have Lutheran, we have the Catholic Church, we have the Nazarene Church.
That's the way it should be.
Everybody,
Yes.
It really should be that way.
It's not about a certain faith that you have.
Right.
It's your faith in God.
There you go. We serve the same God.
And,
That's right.
And, so that was, for me, like, I was hoping that we'd get a
Right.
a diversified group, and I think we got
It's very diversified.
And what's going to be very
That's
cool
wonderful.
too is the different styles of music. It's
Yeah.
all praise.
That's
all
right.
famous
That's
hits,
right.
But lots of different styles of music.
And that's good. And, and this is so young people to come out, and because there's groups that are young people in the groups and everything. So we really want to encourage our young people to come out to this, the Christian Music Fest all 3 months, just to come out and flood it with our youth, because I think our youth kind of straying a little bit, from church, and I think this might be a way to kind of bring them back in and wrap their arms around God.
Another thing, I think we want to encourage any organizations who work with people who are troubled in any way.
Most definitely.
That this would be a great opportunity to bring some of your clients to just a fun evening, a
Yes.
relaxed evening,
Yes.
where you can hear some great music, get a great message, and have hope.
Right. And again, bring their lawn chair. You can sit, or a blanket.
blanket.
Right, or a blanket
Your
and sit
picnic.
out on
Your
right.
picnic, or enjoy
Right.
any of our fine restaurants in downtown.
there you
Canton.
go. That's
Deanna
exactly
Phil,
right.
who is with Washington University, he is, I think, the president or something of his campus ministry club, and they're gonna be coming out that night too to be a part of it. So
That's awesome.
Betty was talking
That's real
about
good.
youth, so we're
Oh, yeah.
all about
Bring the
encouraging
youth out.
the youth to come.
Most
so.
definitely.
Invite your friends. All right, I'm very excited about what you're doing in August. This will be August 10th. And is there a certain Thursday of the month, or is there? No, it's just a Thursday. Okay. So June 22nd,
Yeah, the vision.
July
We worked-
13th, and August
We actually
10th.
worked around the city schedule.
Yeah,
so
perfect.
And Hall
That's
of Fame
right, Hall of Fame.
activities,
This is right after
we
Hall of
just
Fame.
Were, there's not a certain date, but these were dates that were available to us. So we decided to keep them on Thursday to be somewhat consistent on
Yes.
a Thursday. So
Well, and you say this is right after Hall of Fame. What an awesome way to wrap up
I
Hall
think
of
so.
Fame.
I think it's great. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. All right, tell us what to expect that night.
Well, on August 10th, we have Rosalind Pratt, and I think a lot of people know who Roz is. She's been around a long time, an awesome singer. She's been in plays. She's traveled the world. And when I called her, she said, "Oh, please, thank you for thinking of me, Roz. How can we have something like this and you not be involved?"
There are some people that when you know that they're going to be involved, you know everything's going to be okay.
That's right.
Rosalind Platt is one of them.
She is.
Yes.
She's an awesome lady, and she ministers to the young, the old, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
And she has a testimony of her own that I'm sure she will share. The Bryant family, I've been knowing them for a long time. They were with me when I started Canton Idol, and that was like 15 years ago. And from the little one on up, the kids are growing up now, but it's the family mother and the dad and the two daughters, and he plays the guitar, and they just really love the Lord, and so they were excited to be involved. First Church of God in Christ, one of my staff, it's her husband's, her father-in-law is the pastor there, Reverend Morgan, and they were excited to be asked because they've never participated in anything like this. They were like, "Oh, you want us? Really? I think that would be great." So that's awesome. And then the Enrichment Frontline Dancers, Enrichment is the fine arts program that I have, and we have a group of dancers, and they do praise and worship. They do a lot of different kinds of music, but they do some praise and worship thing. And I think we'll have our drum line there to probably, because that's kids, bringing other kids in. Jerusalem Baptist Church, they're a church that I can always call on when I really need something last minute or whatever. And I call Vicki Hogan or I call Miss Dickens, and she says, "Okay, Betty, where do you need us now?" And that's all. It's great to have people like that. And she says,
trust you.
Exactly.
They already know this is going to be good.
Right. And they said, "Okay, Betty, where are we going now?" So I told them they're very excited about being there. Now, the New Beginnings Band, this is someone, Shannon, that you introduced me to.
They came to us. So they were shared information by someone else. And I got an email and I got a call, and his name is Bill Hatfield. They are out of Shreve, Ohio, and they have a gospel blues and hymns band. So they're going to be a part of it as well. Yeah.
Wow. They heard about this from Shreve, Ohio.
How about that?
You're in.
We're in.
you know,
Please.
he went to the group because, I think a lot of times when these kind of groups perform, they want an hour.
Right.
Time set up and everything. And I said, I can't give you an hour. I said 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes maybe, because I really put some other, I put them in with the Jerusalem group.
Yes.
And so then he said, well, let me talk to the guys. He called me right. He said, we're in.
Oh.
They want to do it. They want to do it.
cool.
If it's 15, 20, we want to do it. I'm like, wow, that's awesome. The last group, Michael Kelly and Next Level. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Oh, they are just off the
And
chain.
we'll be there till 11. that night.
I know that's right.
Midnight.
Time Michael gets through talking and praising the Lord and telling all of his experiences and everything. Yeah, he's going to do something because he does some things now over at Trinity with Pastor Lombardi, and he does some things over there on Sundays.
And it will be
at
true at
6.
the next level.
Most definitely. So, I mean, it's just all of the talent, it's just going to be wonderful. It's something that you don't want to miss it.
Okay, this would be an incredible thing to get to attend for any amount of money. How much does it cost to attend?
Oh,
this?
it's very expensive. It's free.
That's amazing. You have all of these, and I'm saying, my goodness, it's one right after another.
Yeah.
You would pay to go to a concert
pay
to
a
hear
lot.
Michael Kelly and Next Level.
Most definitely.
For an evening.
Most
That's
definitely.
just one of the people you're going to get to hear.
Yes.
Totally
Yes.
free. So now let's remind everybody, again, if we go just on August 10th, if you belong to any of these churches, what do you want to make sure that you're at?
Yeah. Most of these are the churches. The First Church of God in Christ, and of course in Richmond, Frontline Dancers. There's about 8 churches involved there. The Jerusalem Baptist Church, of course, New Beginnings Band. I'm not exactly sure if they're.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But just come hear 'em,
Yeah,
because
and
it's
Michael
too cool of a
Kelly.
story.
Yeah, he's over with Trinity.
Yes,
Gospel.
the Trinity. So if you attend any of those churches, you want to
Right.
support your
Most
group,
definitely.
But come out to hear all of
And
it.
if you don't have a church home, just come out.
You don't need
you
to
don't
be
need a church home
A church
to
home.
be there.
And you
Right.
don't need to think that you have to be a strong Christian
Right.
to come and
Enjoy
hear
the
the
music. Right.
and hear the word, and maybe think some band there would encourage you to look further, and to share their word with you that may get the message to you that there's some help somewhere, and it's within you. So.
And
Yeah.
what a great opportunity to have some great family time, because there's going to be
Right.
something here for every generation,
That's right.
every age, every member of the family.
That's right.
From people who are going to want something more traditional, something more gospel, something more rock and roll.
That's
it's
right.
all going to be there, totally free,
Country.
downtown Canton. So let's say again, first one coming up here, June 22nd. And then if we attend that one, will you have some cards available so
Absolutely.
people can know when the next one is? But July 13th, looking ahead, and August 10th. Would you both come back one more time before this summer is over?
Absolutely.
Most definitely.
Hopefully share some great stories with you.
For the first one. That's
Awesome.
right.
Shannon Hexamer, Betty Smith, it's the Christian Music Fest taking place on Market Square. Thanks so much for what you are bringing to our community.
Thank you.
for having us.